The dreams that revisit you are a portal to your psyche, so stay tuned. Hey, dreamy dreamers, welcome back to the Crazy Dreamer Network. My name is AJ, and let's hop into today's reading. So, today's reading is a pick a card all about the dreams that keep visiting you and why. We have 4 piles: pile number 1, pile number 2, pile number 3, and pile number 4. I will give you all some time to meditate on your pile selection. All right, my dreamy dreamers. So again, pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and pile 4. I love you all so much, and I will see you in your reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 1, welcome to your reading on the dream that keeps revisiting you and why. So you all chose this really fun Ferris wheel, okay, as your pile selection. And just off of the icon alone, pile number 1, I feel like whether this is a dream, and so for reference, this can be a reoccurring dream, like when you're asleep type of dream, or this could be a dream, like a fantasy, like a goal that you want to accomplish one day, okay? So again, with this Ferris wheel, this just reminds me of like going to the top, right? Being at the very top and having such an amazing view. To me, it's like being in a high-rise apartment, right? It's very interesting. And the time that it takes to get up there. And when you're up there, it's kind of magical. And not only magical, it's a little scary too, right? But then slowly you come back down, right? So it's almost like if this is a dream, like a goal of yours that you're trying to meet, this could even represent the climb, right? What it takes, the patience it takes to facilitate that dream or to get to the highest of the heights in industry, in your field, at school, even in your family, right? In your friendship group. I also get life goes in cycles, right? The perpetual cycles that make life what it is, right? First we're up, then we're down. First we're up, then we're down, but it all takes time. So let's delve deeper into the messages of what's this dream that keeps visiting you and why, pile number 1s. We're going to give this a good little tap. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving myself and pile number 1s clear, concise, accurate messages. What is a dream that keeps revisiting our pile number 1s and why? Thank you. Look at that. We already have 2 cards out. Bottom of the deck, we have Jupiter with grow and expand. Yeah. So we'll get to the bottom of the deck in a minute. Let me put that on the side and let me grab the 2 cards that came out. The first card is the 6th house, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details, okay? The next card is Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. So yeah, it's almost like that Ferris wheel, right? Pile number 1s. With the 6th house is ruled by Virgo, and Virgo is a fellow earth sign. So with earth energy, it's very stable and it's very methodical, right? It's laying one brick at a time. So if you have been wanting to lay a foundation for yourself, if you're a very ambitious person, that's what I think when I see like a Ferris wheel or like the cycles. That's what I get out of the icon in its interpretation of the dream that keeps revisiting you and why. Some of you all might have dreams that you're like at a carnival or that you're at a circus. You know, life is kind of like that, especially like entertainment, right? Some of you might have the dream of being in entertainment, being an actor or an actress or a YouTuber or anything like that, you know, and being successful in one that is at the top of their field, right? I know in acting they call it on top of the call sheet, right? So some of you all might have those type of dreams and it won't escape you. It keeps coming back. It's either always constantly in the back of your head, or you know, you never really stop thinking about it, is what I'm trying to say. So I feel like why this is happening is because you're meant to do this, but slow and steady wins the race. I think when I think of earth signs, I do think of tortoises and I do think of like turtles. Like I think of like, not, what is it? The tortoise and the hare. I do think of that fable, right? So yes, pile number ones, we have the sixth house, establishing a foundation, health, daily life, and practical details. And then we have Capricorn, ambition, realism, and methodical steps. I feel like it's almost like what I said in the beginning, where life is completely cyclic. And sometimes you just have to wait for the right moment to get up on those seats, like in the Ferris wheel, so you could get to the top. That's what I'm getting. Like you being able to work methodically and steadily with prudence is really what's going to help you either facilitate this dream, or if you're having these dreams about like Ferris wheels or carnivals or circuses or even fairs, right? That is symbolic of like the pit stops along the way. Some are fun, some are weird, some are you know, strange. So, you know, that's what I'm getting here. So with Jupiter at the bottom of the deck, grow and expand, I feel like this is what this is why you've been given this dream, right? Whether you're having it during sleep or whether this is like a fantasy, like something that you want to eventually turn into reality, a goal, you know, something you want to do in waking life. This is to help you grow, you know, this is to help you expand into the person that, you know, you were put on this earth to be regardless. Okay, so let's see. Let's delve into some tarot to gain more clarity and insight on this dream of yours and why it keeps revisiting you. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck for our pile number ones, for giving pile number ones clear, concise, accurate messages. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number ones. What's the dream that keeps revisiting pile number ones and why? What is the dream that keeps revisiting our pile number ones and why? This really wanted to come out. I'm going to take it. We have the velocity of Earth, more Earth energy. You know what's interesting? The velocity of Earth is the Knight of Pentacles in this deck as well. So with the Knight of Pentacles coming out, I feel like there is a call. I feel like one of the reasons why this dream keeps coming back to you, so you could either make it happen, or maybe you just keep having the same dream night after night, or if it isn't night after night, you always have this type of dream, is because Spirit wants you to pause and reflect, pause, reflect, and make a plan. You know, Capricorns, they like to plan things out. They're not just fly by the seat of their pants type of sign. They like to know what's coming and they like to schedule things. Okay. So that's what I'm getting for you. Like, adhere to a schedule, be more organized, plot out what you're going to do it before you do it, because then you have a roadmap and then you won't feel so overwhelmed when the tasks that you have to do, the inspired action come into play. You won't feel so overwhelmed. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages as to what is a dream that keeps revisiting our pile number ones and why? What is a dream that keeps revisiting our pile number ones and why? What is a dream that keeps revisiting our pile number ones and why? We have more earth energy. Some of you all might be Capricorns, Tauruses, or Virgos, okay? If you're not that, you have these signs highly aspected in your chart. Some of you all might have Capricorn in the 6th house. And the 6th house is all about routines, right? How we do something. You know what our parents used to say, or maybe not even our parents, but people in general used to say, how you do one thing is how you do everything. So with the Ace of Earth, I feel like there is this opportunity. You remember when I told you that there's going to be this opportunity to actually get on the Ferris wheel and then, ride the ride at the top? Ride the ride to the top. That's what I'm getting here. There's an opportunity for you to plant and nourish these seeds of this dream of yours, right? Okay, plant and nourish these seeds, grow it with the Ace of Earth. The Ace of Earth is the Ace of Pentacles, and it's all about doors opening, abundance, opportunities, right? The Ace of Earth or the Ace of Pentacles is one of the only gateway cards in the tarot. Okay, it's one of the only gateway cards in the tarot, and it's a huge deal. Okay, so with the aces, always symbolize there lies an opportunity here, but it's up to you to seize the opportunity, right? You have to seize the opportunity. Okay. Tell us more. Let's get one more card. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number one. What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number ones and why? Okay. We have the Devil. Card number 15. A lot of you all are Capricorns. Who are you? Look at this. Hold on. I'm going to lay this right here for a minute. Bottom of the deck, 9 of water. It's a goal. It's a wish. Okay. I feel like this is more like an aspirational dream that keeps visiting you. You can't let go of, right? And with the Devil here, it almost has you in bondage, right? Like these two women are like, one is in bondage and the other one is like, a dom. So it's like, allowing something, enjoying something that keeps you in bondage, right? And we have Saturn here, the Devil, card number 15. I feel like pile number ones, there's going to be a good amount of you who are either Capricorn suns or you have a Capricorn stellium. Please list in the comments below if you guys have like a Capricorn stellium, which means like you have, I think, more than 3 or 4 of the same sign in your natal chart, right? Don't quote me on that though. Do your own due diligence and research. But that's what I remember. I feel like there's a lot of change and transformation required. Also, I don't think this is when the Devil shows up right now, to me, this isn't a bad thing. I feel like you need to let your dream and your goal consume you. I feel like that's kind of that's what's happening. But like, that's also why this dream keeps recurring. You need to lay a foundation so you have a roadmap, because earth signs are very methodical and they accomplish a lot on the earth plane because it's their natural habitat, so to speak, right? And they're very grounded in reality, but they're also very grounded in the work. They don't mind planting these seeds and getting their hands dirty. So that's what I'm getting here. This could be a very ambitious goal of yours, right? There's not one particular goal that's coming out other than it's very ambitious and it's something that's aspirational. This could be, again, like I said, being at the top of your field, but also like being able to enjoy the luxuries of life and being able to enjoy nice things and being proud and confident in who you are. You know, I feel like Capricorns, most, if not all, have good taste. You know, they have good taste. And I feel like that's what you want to experience, is this refinement in your taste, because you have good taste, but it's like, you know, I want to be able to maybe do my own clothing line, or like have my own brand or something like that. Like that's the dream that keeps reoccurring. And even if you're having the same dream in your dream states when you go to sleep, it could be like, again, like I mentioned earlier, like a fair, like a carnival, like a circus. And it's just like you have to go through all these different mazes and rides and you know, different booths, you know, and that's symbolic of life, right? That's symbolic of our waking life and existence. But that's what I keep getting. This is also the 9 of water. This is only the second. Oh no, we don't have any water cards here, but this is what this is. Pile number ones. You see all these canisters of water? It's because all these canisters, of water, it's because she nourished the soil with them. And now look at how prosperous she is. The Ace of Earth and the 9 of water. The Ace of Pentacles and the 9 of Cups. She used all these 9 planterns. Well, maybe not all of them. She saved some on the side, but she used all these 6 planterns, right? Number 6. And the Devil, 1 and 5, 1 and 5, that's 6. This is about the material plane. This is the symbology that's coming out for you right now. So again, she used all these 6 planterns to water this one seed, and it's already sprouting, and look at what she made, and she's so damn proud of it, okay? And she's so damn proud of it. Pile number ones. I love this card. This is one of my favorite cards in this deck. So let's see. Let's roll your astro dice. Let's roll your astro dice to conclude your reading. Very last messages for our pile number ones. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to leave with them regarding this dream that keeps visiting them. Advice, guidance, and wisdom. Look at this. We have the moon. We have Libra. And we have the 12th house. You know what I'm getting? Pile number one's off bat, especially with that Libra energy. Balance your dream with reality, because the 12th house is it's ruled by Pisces, and it's all about like transcendence when it comes to our spirituality, us kind of being otherworldly and just like super freaking just head in the heavens, right? But what I'm getting with the moon and the 12th house and Libra, some of you all might have Libra moons, but what I'm also getting is just balance your dreams, whether that be your goals, whether that be like aspirations, or whether you are interpreting the dreams that you're having during sleep. Balance them with your waking life. I always have this, this quote has always stuck with me. Don't be so heavenly bound that you are no earthly good. Okay. And I think that was like something Wendell Holmes. If I can, I'll edit in the quote and the person who said it in the video. But yes, that's what I'm getting. Balance your dreams with your waking life. You know, there's like this escape artist energy within you. And I feel like, you know, some of you all do have to balance your dreams and your goals and your fantasy land with this earthly realm, but you could do so without having to necessarily, you could create the dream within the reality, if that makes sense, okay? 1919 on the time clock. But with that being said, pile number ones, I love you so much. If you like this reading, if it resonated, give this reading a big thumbs up. And I feel like eventually this is becoming a deck. If this reading helped you in any way, give this reading a big thumbs up, like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number twos. Welcome back to your reading regarding what dreams keep revisiting you and why. So you all chose this really cute, fun, and flirty pink, either martini glass or it's like a cocktail glass, okay? And I feel like for you, I feel like for some of you all, pile number twos, there's either been this really kind of cool, sophisticated dream that you've had for quite some time. Now, this could be a reoccurring dream. You know what I'm also getting? Like, not of you being a celebrity, but maybe you fraternizing with celebrities, or maybe you being very close to a celebrity. Some of you can dream, like be actually having a reoccurring dream of a certain celebrity, like a specific celebrity only you guys would know, right? But I also feel like if this is like a dream in the aspect of a goal or an aspiration, this could be you becoming like almost like an it person, an it girl, an it guy, an it person in the industry. I know magazines aren't a thing anymore, but almost like being on someone's Pinterest board or something like that as inspiration. That's kind of like the equivalent to a magazine nowadays, right? Being on someone's Pinterest board as an inspiration pick, or being on someone's Finsta as a, inspiration post, or like a vibe post or something like that. That's what I'm getting here. But let's see. Let's delve deeper. I feel like this pile definitely gives me it girl, it boy, it person type of energy. But let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number two. What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos, and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos, and why? Look at this. We have trine, angelic support, harmony, and perfect flow. I'm going to put that there. Let's get one more. What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos, and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos, and why, Spirit? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos, and why? Clear, concise, accurate messages. And we have yang, proactivity, expression, doing, and motion, and forward motion. Exactly. Y'all want motion. Like, you guys want motion. You guys want to be those people, those girls, those guys, those people. You guys want to be them, okay? Like, you already are them. You know what I'm saying? I think you want acknowledgement for being them. We have at the bottom of the deck, air, open-mindedness, objectivity, and learning. We have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. Some of you all might be Aquarius energy. Specifically Geminis and Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius. I think all these signs are masculine signs, right? You guys are go-getters naturally. You're very expressive. You love to express yourself. You love to, transform something that happens into your mind and transform into reality. Some of you all might be artists. Some of you all might be designers. Some of you all, just might be people in the creative arts or in the creative field, right? And I mean, like, very tactile, like getting your hands in things, right? So that's what I'm getting here. And I feel like the reason why these dreams keep coming back to you, whether it be like you can't let the idea go in your mind, you just can't let it go, or it comes as a reoccurring dream, is because you're being supported. And spirit wants you to know how supported you're being right now. So they want you to really go for it full throttle with that trine energy, okay? I love this. I feel like a little pep in my step already. Let's delve deeper with your tarot. Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more about what pile number twos. Tell us more about the dream that keeps visiting pile number twos and why. Tell us more about the dreams that keep visiting pile number twos and why. Tell us more about the dreams that keep visiting pile number twos and why. Tell us more about the dreams that keep visiting pile number twos and why. Thank you. Period. Pile number twos. Look at that. We have the sovereignty of fire. This is the King of Wands. He's a bad boy. Okay, he's giving like, yeah, I'm that guy energy. You know, replace it with, yeah, I'm that girl. Yeah, I'm that person. Yeah, I'm them. He's giving I'm them energy. Period. He got his flower crown on. He got his motorcycle. He got his leather jacket. He's giving me James Dean energy. He knows who he is, you know? And I feel like why this dream keeps visiting you is because not only do you deserve the recognition that you have already been working so hard for, you're going to get it. I feel like, especially with the martini glass, a lot of you all maybe haven't met the right people yet, right? You know how like people that are very influential and like people who like maybe we want their help with things, they'll either ask us for two things or they'll ask us to meet them with two things, for coffee or for drinks. For coffee or for drinks. For those who are like caffeine intolerant or who don't drink, for tea, or for like, you know, you could get like a mocktail or a soda or some tea or something like that, you know? But that's what I'm getting. You're a natural born leader who has already been graced with a lot of natural skill set, style, and ambition, right? And it's just, I feel like these dreams that keep visiting you, it's just to let you know, keep going, keep moving forward. You're about to gain motion, right? Keep doing it. Keep being proactive. You know, you might need to meet certain people or go network or have drinks or go for coffee or go for tea, right? Tell us more, Spirit. What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number twos and why, Spirit? Thank you. Wow. Look at that. Look, and these crossed. This one came upright and this one came behind. I feel like this is what you are, is very resilient, and this is what you're not seeing about the steps that maybe you need to take, or this is what you're not seeing. So we have strength, card number 8. Some of you all might be life path number 8. Some of you all might be in your personal year of 8, right? I don't know what this regular year is. Oh, it's 1. This regular year is 1. So yeah, some of you all might have a personal, this is your personal year of 8, and others, this is, you have a life path number 8, excuse me. But that's what I'm saying, strength and resilience. Stay resilient on your path to this, you know? Maybe you're a person that needs to say yes to more things, right? That needs to be out and about, that needs to be in people's faces, and stay resilient. Even when times get tough. You know, I'm not rest, right? I'm not saying to, you know, oh, I'm so tired and I don't want to go out anymore. No, rest, you know, intuitively and intuitively take inspired action, but be resilient in your quest, you know, because I feel like you're just one person away. You're just one person away from a yes or from like a huge opportunity. Some of you all might be Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius as well. We have Aries, Leo, Sagittarius, and we have Gemini, Libra, and Aquarius, okay? Especially with this sovereignty of fire, some of you might be fire signs. It's specifically Leo. You might have Leo highly aspected in your chart. Yes, come on, 5 of fire. And you got to remember, there's no competition on the spiritual plane. Some of you all might kind of like second guess yourself because you think of all the competition that's out there. You think of, oh, well, this person's already doing stuff, or why does this person always get the opportunities and I get nothing? I get paid dust. That I feel like spirit wants to let you know it's your time to shine. I also think it's interesting because this is a 5 of fire. So this is more fire energy. You know, you guys are very fiery people. 11:11 on the time clock. You guys are very fiery people and you're very ambitious and goal oriented. And you're not going to give up without a fight. I feel like Aries, or at least the Aries I know, they do not give up that easily. They will keep going and going and going and going with something until they get a yes. They don't really take no for an answer, and not in like a weird bad way, but they measure their, you know what I'm saying? They measure it. They know what they can keep going and being resilient. I always say Aries is one sign that will ride a job till the wheels fall off. They gotta get fired from that job before they quit, you know? So yeah, but also I think it's interesting because we have strength and then we have the 5 of fire, which is the 5 of wands. And it talks about like having strength, having endurance, right? The 5 of fire is really like friendly sparring, but it's also like building your endurance with something, seeing how far you will go, building your strength, right? Building a muscle, so to speak. So this is very aligned, pile number 2s. This is very aligned, okay? Some of you all might have a lot of like masculine energy. It maybe this is called for masculine energy. So if you are more, you know, docile or have like a lot of watery kind of fluid energy, this is like, no, keep going and taking those action steps that lead you towards success. Now, what's at the bottom of the deck? The sovereignty of earth. You will get what you want at the end, okay? You will. You will get what you want at the end. You are building an empire. And I feel like a lot of that empire has to do with attention and recognition for your work that you've already laid a foundation on. You've already laid a foundation. You've already created the plan. Now it's just continuing to take action and continuing to be resilient. Who cares if it takes 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, 10 years? The time is going to pass anyway. Okay. And with the sovereignty of earth, that's the King of Pentacles. And the King of Pentacles is someone who has slowly and methodically built his empire, built their empire. And now they get to reap in the rewards of the fruit of their labor. They get to reap in the fruit of their labor. Okay. You see all those beautiful, fully bloomed roses in this canister, in this, what is this, planter? That's just excess. You know, look at this beautiful castle that he's behind with this beautiful robe and this beautiful crown. That's what I'm saying. Some of you all might be designers or like creatives in that way, like very tactile. You need to get your hands on it. You need, you know, it's like that. Okay, pile number 2s. I'm trying to see. This was a very quick, sweet, and to the point reading. You know what? I'm going to pull one card from the Dreamscape Oracle for you guys. You guys must be a lucky special pile number 2s. Tell us more, Spirit. One more message regarding the dream that keeps visiting our pile number 2s and why. Advice, guidance, and wisdom regarding the dream that keeps visiting pile number 2s and why. Advice, guidance, and wisdom regarding the dream that keeps visiting our pile number 2s and why. Thank you. It's at the bottom of the deck. We have Death Mother. Hold on. We have the rabbit and the fox. Look at that. This looks like a dream. She's in the dream. She's in the dream. And there's a fox. Foxes are clever. They're sly. This is definitely your type of energy, pile number 2s. And look at how mesmerized she is about the cloud. This is like a cloud, like when you go cloud gazing and you see like objects and animals and different shapes form in the clouds. She's forming this with her thought forms, right? So your thoughts turn into things, and you'd be mesmerized and surprised about what you can accomplish and what you can achieve just through dreaming and taking action towards those dreams. My channel is called the Crazy Dreamer Network because you have to be crazy enough to pursue your dreams, right? And to go after them, you know? You have to be, not, all the way crazy, but you have to have a little bit of craziness in order to believe that you can achieve your dreams in life, right? I want to read this to you, and then we'll pull some astro dice and call it a day. Okay, so we have rabbit and fox. Ever wonder why there's a rabbit on the moon? Of all the creatures on Earth, the rabbit was the most generous. One day, Lady Luna visited Earth. All the animals gathered around to greet this new visitor, and they brought her gifts. Some brought wood, others gathered fruit. The fox gathered fish from the river, while the poor rabbit offered grass. The rabbit told the lady to make a fire from grass and wood. In return, he offered his body so the lovely lady would live. In return, she brought the rabbit back to life and took him to the moon to always live with her. Get this, meanings. Generosity begets gifts. Always offer what you can. That's beautiful. And you know what's interesting? We have the sovereignty of Earth, and this is a very generous king. The King of Pentacles is a very generous king. They love to that's kind of like their quest. They built this whole empire, and now they're searching for someone to share it with. That's what I get from the sovereignty of Earth. They're proud of what they built, but now they're looking for someone to share it with. So that's what I'm getting. Like, be generous. Ask that person for coffee. Go bring that person coffee or something like that. If you have a mentor, if you have a person maybe want to pick their brain and ask for answers or ask for a favor, give them something, give them something that shows to them like, hey, I get it. And, I'm appreciative and I'm grateful for you even taking this time out. For you even taking this time out with me, to sit with me and to share with me, right? So, okay, pile number 2s, we're about to wind down your reading. Very last messages, advice, guidance, and wisdom to close out our pile number 2's reading. We have Libra. We have Uranus. And we have the 6th house. So I'm getting balance. I'm getting routine, and I'm getting change. There could be a change in your routine coming in. Maybe it's going to be a little bit more balanced with giving and receiving, because I'm getting the 6 of Pentacles here as well as the 6th house. Some of you all might have Libra in your 6th house, or you could have Libra in Uranus if you have any placements in Uranus. But yeah, that's what I'm getting. There's going to be a change of pace in your routine. There's going to be a change of pace in your routine, or there needs to be a change of pace in your routine, pile number 2s, as you are working towards establishing yourself, right? Because I feel like this is the goal here. is the sovereignty of Earth, okay? So with that being said, my dreamy dreamers, I love you all so much. You know, eventually this is going to become a deck. So like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye. Hey, pile number threes, welcome back to your reading regarding the dream that keeps visiting you and why. Okay, so you all chose this so super cute, gorgeous, dare I say, carousel. Okay, you chose this carousel with the horses. So pile number threes, first of all, if y'all chose this pile, you guys are very much so in alignment, because 111 on the timestamp. You guys are very much so in alignment because this is the year of the fire horse. Now, a fire horse would probably be red, but fire horse, you guys are lockstep and key, right? And what I'm getting with this carousel is that, like, it's almost like this dream keeps recurring so much, it's dizzying to you, right? You ever remember being on a carousel and then it starts off slowly and then goes faster and faster and faster and faster? That's what I'm getting here. So if this is like a goal or an aspiration for some of you all, this can be to accelerate your progress on something, okay? If this is a goal for you all, this could be to up the ante on a project or something that it is that you're doing right now, right? If this is an actual reoccurring dream that keeps visiting you when you're asleep, this could be a signal to up the ante on something, right? To kind of go at a faster pace when it comes to like something that you're trying to accomplish, or like a project or something, okay? Let's see what that something is. I've already cleansed and blessed the deck off camera, so let's begin. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number threes. What's the dream that keeps revisiting our pile number what's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number threes, and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number threes, and why? We have the South Node destined to release. Okay, let's see. Let's get one more card. What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number threes, and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number threes, and why, Spirit? What's the dream? We have House 4, cultural and family roots, home, peace, and comfort. Okay, pile number 3. So what I'm getting is maybe you could be like destined to release like an environment that you're in, right? Look at this. Hold on. Look at what's at the bottom of the deck. We have Venus. Give and receive love. Find value and see beauty. Okay, this is what's going on. Maybe you have a dream to release some type of like place that you're in, right? Because with the fourth house is ruled by Cancer, and Cancerians are known to be very homey, comfortable people. They like comfortability. They are very motherly and nurturing, right? They're a feminine sign. So with the South Node destined to release and the fourth house coming out, cultural, family roots, home, peace, and comfort, maybe it's time for you to release a comfort zone. And maybe that is going too slow, right? That's what I'm getting here, to release a comfort zone that you've been in for quite some time. And maybe this is why you keep having these reoccurring dreams, or this feeling, this sense of like, hey, I need to do something different. I need to up the ante. I need to go at a faster pace. I need to, take action and move. Whereas it could feel like you're kind of like nesting, like nothing's really moving right now in your life, right? And I feel like you're destined to release this sooner than later, is like being maybe stuck or confined in like this comfortable zone that you've been in, right? I just keep getting up the ante. You need to like do something that's going to move the needle. Like that's what you're, but I also feel like because you've been in this feminine energy with Venus, right? You've been in this like receptive mode. You've been in this like relaxed, type of energy. So let's see, let's delve a little deeper in these messages. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck for our pile number 3s. For giving us clear, concise, accurate messages on what the dream is that keeps visiting our pile number 3s and why. What is the dream that keeps revisiting our pile number 3s and why? Clear, concise, accurate messages. What is the dream that keeps visiting our pile number 3s and why? What is the dream that keeps visiting? Thank you, our pile number 3s and why? We have velocity of air. Geez. Going at a quicker pace, getting out of your comfort zone. The velocity of air is the Knight of Swords. That's moving quickly, you know, without trying to step on anyone's toes. I feel like that could be why you maybe feel a little bit like reserved or you're in your comfort zone, but you're destined to release this because now it's time to take action. It's time to move quickly, right? And I think it's interesting because this person here, it doesn't seem like they're moving at all. And I always say that, like in the traditional Rider-Waite tarot, you see that the horse is in motion, so much so the horse looks kind of startled, like, woo, going a little fast here. But in this depiction, you just see someone who's happy. You kind of see a dust cloud forming in the background and they have their shears in their hand, but maybe their mind is moving so quickly. You know what I'm saying? They're still standing in the same place. This could also be a quick shift in mindset as well. Maybe you've been in too much of a comfortable mindset to where it hasn't been doing you justice. And now it's time to move forward with a new or a renewed mindset. Tell us more, Spirit. What's this dream that keeps visiting our pile number 3s and why? What's this dream that keeps visiting our pile number 3s and why? Look at this. We have the Ten of Air. This talks about, a renewal, a death and a rebirth. She's wearing white, and white is symbolic for purity, renewal, you know? I think it's also interesting she's wearing a mask, right? So she's protecting herself. She's kind of have been at rock bottom mentally, so there's nowhere she can go but up. It's like she's cutting her losses too. She's moving forward. So maybe some trying things have been happening to you recently. You know, maybe you had to end something in order to pivot, in order to break free from your comfort zone. This could be surrounded with family or like a home or like some type of like a cultural thing, right? Agreed upon, you know, things in society that you're ending. We have 2 air energies as well. So this is more of a mental shift, you know? This is more of a mental shift. This is a characteristic that you should be embodying, though, with the Knight of Swords, is to move fast, right? To move at a rapid speed, all the while making sure you're not offending anyone on the way. Or maybe not, okay, that's the wrong word, offending people, because some people are going to be offended regardless of what you say or do. But what I'm saying is that you're not stepping on anyone's toes. You're not doing it, you know, you have integrity as you move swiftly with something. But I do feel like maybe there's been something in the past that you have had to release. We have the South Node here destined to release. And then we have the Ten of Air at the bottom of the Ten of Air here. Let's see what's on the bottom of the deck. We have the velocity of water, which is the Knight of Cups. This could have been a person. Okay, it doesn't have to have been a person, but this could have been a person or like a characteristic that you were embodying. Maybe just dreaming, being too dreamy, you know, maybe being dreamy for dreamy's sake and just like dreaming, but never taking any action or never doing anything with those dreams, right? We have a lot of knights here, so there's like a lot of horse symbolism. So I feel like you're ready to move out of your comfort zone. Let's see. I do want to clarify, what are our pile number, what exactly are pile number 3s needing to release or have released in order to facilitate this dream? What does pile number 3 need to release or have released in order to facilitate this dream? What is pile number 3 releasing or have already released regarding this dream? We have the 2 of Earth in reverse. More air energy. Look at that. The triangle upright. That's fire energy, actually. We have the 2 of Earth in reverse. So to me, what this is saying is the art of feeling like you're going to be in a state of balance. I feel like if you want to facilitate this dream, you have to kind of throw balance out the window. I know that's a harsh truth, you know. Maybe you have to become obsessed with it. Maybe balance is an illusion all in itself, you know. Maybe also, in the same vein, you're destined to release the imbalance of your thoughts, right? Because the 2 of Earth was in reverse, and that would signify an imbalance, where the 2 of Earth upright is the balancing act in and of itself, right? Maybe you're leaving behind mental imbalances. And because you're able to do that, and you're coming from a more mentally agile and balanced state, you're able to create and move at a faster rate, you know? There we go. The Chariot, card number 7, being able to move forward up that mountain, traversing through those obstacles. Okay? So let's see pile number 3's. I'm going to pull one card from the Dreamscape Oracle. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit, for cleansing and blessing this deck, for giving clear, concise, accurate messages to our pile number 3's. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for them regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for them regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for them regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for them regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why, Spirit. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for them. I knew this card was about to come out. The Rabbit and the Fox. What's at the bottom of the deck? We have memory. Be generous to those who keep coming up to your mind. Maybe go spend a little extra cash and buy someone something that's been on your mind, who's done a lot for you, you know, who's been there, who has given you grace in certain instances. You know, I feel like some of you guys are going to know exactly who that is. You guys are going to know exactly who that is. This is what this is about, you know, the rabbit and the fox. And I also feel like, you know, we have the fox, who is a very sly and clever creature, right? And this moon goddess is just in awe of this fox, and just how expediently they're moving. Now, this fox is moving just how this velocity of air is supposed to move. And I think people are going to be in awe when you start moving, when you really get your momentum up and running. When you start getting that motion, pile number 3's, people are going to be in awe. They're just going to watch you and be like, how are they doing it? How are they doing it? Okay. But I do the what I just said still stands. Like, go and reach out, go buy someone something nice, go take someone out for coffee or drinks, or buy them just a sweet gift, you know? Tell us more, Spirit. Tell us more. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 3s to end their reading. Last messages for pile number 3s to end their reading. We have the 11th house. We have Scorpio. And we have Venus, more Venusian energy. Yeah, I think it's time to give and receive love. Maybe call someone, maybe, sing their praises. There's more than one way to be generous. You don't even have to necessarily spend money. This could give and receive love. So you might need to give love to someone, find value and see beauty. Maybe bring someone flowers. Maybe, do something nice for someone. Take them out for lunch or dinner or something like that. Someone who you really appreciate. And just watch how things start moving in an upward trajectory for you. Watch how things start to unfold, That's not why you're doing it, is to, that's not necessarily why you're doing it, but like, do it from the kindness of your heart, okay? So yes, pile number 3s, I love you all so much. This is eventually going to become a deck. If this reading resonated with you, hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in our next reading. Bye. Hey, pile number 4s. Last but most certainly not least, welcome back to your reading regarding the dream that keeps revisiting you and why. You all chose these beautiful clouds as your pile selection icon. And first of all, dreamy dreamers, y'all are the dreamiest dreamers of the bunch, okay? Let's get that cleared up, okay? Pile number 4, y'all are the dreamiest dreamers of the bunch, especially if you love clouds. Now, clouds, typically, if you look at them long enough, they turn into shapes, right? So I feel like there is this like shape-shifting cloud formation dream that keeps occurring to you. Now, symbolically speaking, if this is like the dream that's reoccurring when you go to sleep, this could be telling you something. Are you paying attention to the signs and symbols that are coming to you, right? But if this is like a dream that's a goal or an aspiration, this is talking about whatever your mind can conceive, it can achieve. All you need to do is create it in the thoughts first and take those actionable steps, take that inspired action and watch it come to life, right? Maybe that means if you have a thought and it's wonderful to you and it keeps coming up, to jot it down. Real pen, real pencil, real paper, write it down and see how things start to get crazy or to start to unfold for you, right? If that's the case, okay, you start seeing signs and symbols that the thing that you just wrote down from your thoughts is coming to fruition. Start taking actionable steps, right? Start doing research, start compiling information. You can do steps 1 through 3 or 3 to 6 or 6 to 9, until you've reached that goal. That's what I'm getting for you, pile number 4s, for just the cloud icon, okay? But let's begin. I've already cleansed and blessed this deck off camera, so let's give it one more good shuffle and proceed with your reading. Tell us more, Spirit. What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4s and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4s and why? What's the dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4s and why? Thank you. We have house 3 with early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communication. Okay, we'll get to this. Let's get one more card. What's the dream that keeps revisiting our pile number 3s and why? What's the dream that keeps revisiting our pile number 3s and why? What's the dream that keeps revisiting our pile number 3s and why? Thank you. So we have Mercury, think, learn, network, and communicate. Okay, pile number 3. So you know what's interesting? We have both cards ruled by Gemini. The third house is ruled by Mercury, and Mercury rules Gemini, right? So I think that's really interesting. We have early learning, child relations, the rational mind, and communication in house 3 with two birds kind of like talking to each other on the top of a branch. And then we have think, learn, network, and communicate. We have communicate on both cards. This is speak your dreams into existence like I've never seen before. This is talk to people, ideate with people, collaborate with people, right? This is like, don't be an island type of energy. Gemini is a very social sign, is a very social zodiac sign. They love to communicate. They love to be social. They love to kind of like create masterminds and talk to people. Two heads are better than one, hence the Geminis being twins, right? So I feel like there's something that you're really good at, that you've always been good at since early childhood. And there could be a person in the past that might hold the key to helping you facilitate this dream or this idea. I'm really getting for pile number 4s, it was more of an idea than anything that you want to facilitate. That's what I'm getting. Think, learn, network, and communicate. And then we have early learning, childhood relations, the rational mind, and communicate. So maybe you're working through something, right? Maybe you could make a mastermind with people that you have known since you were young. Maybe you have to revisit a connection that you had since childhood and talk to them and network with them and see if they can help you with something, okay? So let's delve deeper into these messages with some tarot. Tell me more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why. What is this dream that keeps revisiting our pile number 4s and why, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate message. I feel like this card wants to come out. We have the 2 of water. Wow, the 2 of cups. Again, this talks about, yes, it talks about a soulmate connection and it talks about like a marriage in a sense, right? But it talks about duality as well, masculine and the feminine. 2 people coming together to join forces, right? This doesn't just have to be romantic either. It can be romantic, but it doesn't just have to be romantic. This could be in business as well, okay? Let's see. Tell us more, Spirit. Clear, concise, accurate messages for our pile number 4s. Tell us more. What's this dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4s? What is this dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4, Spirit? Clear, concise, accurate messages. What is this dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4s and why? What is this dream that keeps visiting our pile number 4s and why? So we have the moon, card number 18. It's something that feels like it's eluding you. But I think it's interesting because, look, we have the white and the black dog, and then we have these 2 people who are wearing half white, half black tuxedos. So it's something about like balance, but it's also something about like a duality here, a dual nature. Some of you all could either be having a reoccurring dream that's your opposite of who you are in your waking life, or some of you all could be having like a reoccurring dream. The moon, card number 18 with the 2 of cups. Maybe you're fantasizing or longing for a connection here as well. Look, we have the bottom of the deck, the sovereignty of air, which is the king of swords. And we have 2 air cards, which is wild. So we have the king of swords. I feel like it's time to open up to someone as well. Maybe you've been real. I definitely am going to keep this card out because it's important. Clarify this moon energy, the seeker. You're seeking something, but it's like it hasn't been made totally clear on how to get there yet, maybe. You've been flirting with the idea, toying with the idea, but maybe you haven't solidified it enough yet in order for it to work in your mind. We also have the Seeker. This is card number 9, which is the Hermit. Virgo energy. I think you've been thinking about this too much. Maybe you've been in hiding, right? Maybe you've been in hiding. It's time to show up. It's time to kind of like express yourself and expose yourself to maybe a friend or something like that, so they can help you facilitate whatever it is that you're trying to do. Because look, again, we have the Sun. Exposure, being in the spotlight, being able to bask in the ambience of like what it is that you're trying to do. Communication is key right now for you, pile number 4s. It's not time to hide right now. It's not time to be elusive. I feel like some of you all know exactly who and what this is. We have 2 major arcanas too. We have the Seeker with the Hermit, and we have the Moon card. Card number 18, 1 and 8, that's 9, and then we have 9. Some of you all's life path number might be number 9, or this could be your personal year number 9. Some of you all might be Geminis or air signs, Libra, Aquarius, Gemini. Some of you all can be in search for love, but it's like you feel like it's eluding you, like you can't find it, or like you're seeking for it, but it's hidden, right? Let me see. Let me clarify one more card. I want to clarify this Two of Water. Clarify this Two of Water for our pile number 4s regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why. Clarify this Two of Water. Why is this Two of Water here? Thank you. The Devil, card number 15. You're like in bondage to a connection, or like maybe you're finding it, you're obsessing over it, but maybe you're finding it hard. It's like a hard task, right? A taskmaster to get this connection. It's been hard. It's been a tough thing to grasp with the 10 of Fire. But it's like you need a tool, you need a mechanism that will help you carry on, because you're almost there. Something or someone maybe has been keeping you in bondage from finding what it is that you're looking for, and not necessarily the person in question, but you have been allowing the energy of said person to kind of like tie you up, you know? Let's see. But this is talking about communication. So maybe there's going to be someone from the past resurfacing, because it does say childhood relations. Tell us more, Spirit. Last messages for our pile number 4s. Advice, guidance, and wisdom for pile number 4s regarding the dream that keeps visiting them and why. Why does this dream keep visiting our pile number 4s? We have the Harpy Eagle. This is a feminine leader. The Harpy Eagle is a female, and they are the leaders. And look at how beautiful their coat is. Look at how unique they look. That's what I'm getting here. Stand up and go for what it is that you want. You're a natural leader. I feel like, okay, we have at the bottom of the deck also the Knight. There's something, this dream that comes up, it's like you need to do something in the night. Like if you're having this dream where you're finding what it is that you're seeking, or you're looking for it, there's something that you need to reframe during the night before you go to bed. Okay? This could be using the law of assumption before you go to bed. And that's all you do when you use the law of assumption is just, you assume that you're in the wish fulfilled. You assume that you're already in the reality that you are seeking, right? Okay, so the Harpy Eagle reads, time to reassess your life and adjust accordingly. Listen to the messages Spirit is sending you. Exactly. So I feel like that's what it is that you're seeking, or maybe talking to a friend who knows a thing or two about what it is that you're going through, or knows a thing or two about like relationships, someone that you might admire, or someone who, you know, you like how you like how they're, you admire them, or you just want some extra reassurance or something. It says the harpy eagle in the Dreamscape Oracle is a female from the American variety. Harpy eagles are a sign that you need to change something in your life. They represent your strength and none of your weaknesses. The harpy eagle comes to you via visions in your sleep time, in your waking days. When it appears, heed the message and take a good look at what is out of balance in your life. Take stock of your life. Are you where you want to be emotionally, physically, and financially? Now is the time to envision where you want to be and who you want to be and who you want in your life. Harness harpy eagle power when times are tough and you need some extra help to guide you to the other side. Meanings, time to assess your life and adjust accordingly. Listen to the messages Spirit is sending you. Exactly. So I feel like Spirit, especially with the third house and Mercury, Spirit is communicating with you loud and clear. They're not mincing their words. Again, this could be with a connection. And maybe this has to do with a Capricorn coming into your life too, with the devil here. This could be with a connection that was maybe toxic at a point in time that you cut off, especially with the sovereignty of air. This is the King of Swords. So they're the cut off king and queen, that iron door means like it's shut. You're not coming back in. So maybe now is the time with the harpy eagle. Maybe now is the time with the harpy eagle to reassess actually what you want and your new boundaries and things like that moving forward in order to facilitate some type of thing, some type of partnership, Tell us more, Spirit. Very last messages for our pile number 4s to conclude their reading. Advice, guidance, and wisdom to conclude pile number 4's reading. Thank you, thank you, thank you. We have Gemini energy. Some of you all might be Geminis. We have Mercury and the third house and the sovereignty of air. We have Mars energy. And we have the third house. Do we have the third house? Dang, we have the third house twice, y'all. I think we had the third house. Hopefully I didn't switch the dice. Whatever case, this was meant to come out. And we have the third house again. There's some communication that you have to do, or there's some type of like, I don't want to say networking, but yeah, like you have to receive some information from something before you move forward. Right? Before you take action about something with this Mars energy, there's some more information that needs to unfold for you, pile number 4s, before taking action about something, because you're seeking something and it seems to be eluding you. It keeps coming back and forth and back and forth. This could be a connection. This could be in romance, or this could be in business. But something keeps eluding you. It's kind of hard to grasp here, right? There's again, with the snakes, there's a lot of change that needs to occur. We have Saturn in the background, which is a taskmaster. They're hard. You're not going to just learn this lesson like Jupiter. Like, oh, okay, this was an easy lesson to learn. No, this is going to be a task. Okay. So, eventually this is going to become a deck, but pile number 4s, I love you all so much. Please let me know if you liked this reading. If you did, hit the thumbs up button, like, share, and subscribe, and I will see you all in your next reading. Bye.